Hi there, thanks for joining me. I'm going to go over the auto sew and the wizard function here in SewArt, okay? And I'm just going to try to go over it as quickly as I can, and I'm not going to do a sew out on this, but we are going to view it in SewWhatPro. If you have SewWhatPro and you didn't know this already, you can turn the texture on in SewWhatPro and view your SewArt files before you stitch them out. It will save you a ton of time. It's not perfect. It's still a computer generated image, but it's going to give you a much better idea of how it's going to look, layers, how you're going to need to change maybe the different color layers and stuff like that. Okay, so let's just jump right into this. We're not going to use the posterize function in this, even though it is part of the auto features, but I'll show you why, but you don't need it. So don't worry about that part, but just play around with anything that you don't know enough about. That's my biggest piece of advice about SewArt, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and if you have already downloaded SewArt, go ahead and choose Open. And you want to go to your PC, go down to your Devices and Drives, and open up your C drive. And this is on Windows. If you have another operating system, then just look for your program files, okay? And in that, look for S&S Computing. And I brought these out so they're easy for me to get, but what you'll want to do is you want to go to your SewArt and Samples. And it has a tiger and a penguin. You will use Posterize for the tiger because you kind of want everything to blend together, but we don't want everything to blend together with the penguin because he has this black outline that we don't want to blend. Okay, so let's choose Open. All right, and now just as a side note, it's best to use SVGs in SewArt. I've recently found this out, and I just want to say that ahead of time. If you use SVGs, you don't have to go through all the trouble we're about to go through, okay? Because SVGs come in with the colors. This is 7 colors to the naked eye, but it's actually going to be like 240 colors in SewArt as a PNG. If you bring it in as a SVG, if you're able to convert it, or if you're using an SVG, it comes in as the colors promised. So I suggest from here on out, if you can use SVGs, if you don't know where to get them, I suggest looking on Etsy as well as all over the web. And another way of saying them is cutting files, that you can use them, like you can look up cut files, and that will also should bring you SVGs. Okay, so moving on, let's go ahead and crop this just for our benefit of having just a little bit of stuff, less stuff to look at and worry about. All right, so to us, there's 7 colors here. There's the white of the belly, the eyes, and the background. There's the black of the outline and the eyebrows and the eyes. And then there's 2 colors purple. It's kind of hard to see, but there are 2 colors purple. And there's 2 yellows and there's blue. Okay, but because it's a PNG and it comes in as all kinds of pixels, and so it has to rebuild it basically as an image for the program, it pixelates it, and it's 246 different colors, different shades of colors to create this look of 7 colors. So it's kind of cool, but we don't want that many. So if you manually do it, we're going to do it with the wizard, but basically you would just bring it down slowly. Okay. I was going to make a video on how to do it manually, but it's really obvious. Okay, so let's undo that because we want to work from the original. So 246 colors. Let's go into the wizard. Oh, let me show you what posterize does first real quick. So if we choose posterize, it tries to blend everything and it makes everything undone. So we're going to undo that. We're not going to use it on this image, okay? So let's just close it. Now let's go to our wizard. Welcome to the SewArt Image Processing Wizard. This image will guide you through the steps needed to process the image to make it more suitable for producing a high-quality embroidery file. At each step, you should view the proposed changes to the image and then decide to accept the changes only if the edited image is close enough in appearance to the original one. Click the Next button when you're finished editing the image on each page. Click Cancel at any time to exit the wizard. Changes may then be undone. Okay, we'll choose next. So basically the goal is to reduce the amount of colors while keeping the image as close to the original image as possible. Keeping these colors 2 different colors, keeping all of this stuff as smooth as possible, keeping all of these lines together, okay? So our original image has 246 colors. We're going to go ahead and click on the next available option is 184. Let's bring it down, and it doesn't look like there's much changes, okay? And the first thing that I've noticed whenever I've done trials of this video is that this yellow is going to change first. So keep your eye on that, okay? So 123. So it changed the yellow a little bit in color, but it's still there. It's 2 separate yellows. Okay, 92. All is well. 61. All is well. Now we go down to 30 and look, we've lost it. So let's go back up to 61. Okay, and then click Next. All right, so next, reduce the color number by merging image colors with suitably small coverage percentages. Currently, there are 56 colors. Click a button below to begin merging colors. Pick the largest percent value that yields an acceptable image. Okay, so let's choose 0.10. And that looks like maybe it's a little bit more choppy. Let's see what 0.20 does. That's a lot more choppy. See how choppy that all is? I'm going to go back up to original image. I like how that looked. Click Next. Reduce the speckles to produce an image that will stitch smoothly. Currently, there are 56 colors. Click a button below to begin removing speckles. It is very important to select the largest percent value that yields an acceptable image. Because this is one of the last steps, they want you to wipe out as many colors as possible with these steps, okay? So let's try 1.56. And we don't want to use this at all because look what just happened. We don't need it to do that. Okay, so we're going to have to manually change a lot of this stuff. So let's click Next. Merge any remaining small percentage color areas in the image. Currently, there are 56 colors. Click a button below to begin final processing. Click the Finish button to end processing. Okay, so 0.05. I don't see a big difference. So let's go to 0.13. No big difference. 0.31. Obvious difference. So back up to 0.13, back up to 0.05. We'll go with 0.05. So even though that is still 41 colors, it's still pretty smooth. So we can try to slowly bring it down with this, which is how we would do it manually. So let's go ahead and bring it down to 30 and see what happens. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, down to 27. Let's bring it down to 20 and see what happens. Oh, we lost our yellow, so let's go back up. 25? Nope. Okay, that's as far as that's going to let us go with that. So let's go ahead and go into the Merge Colors button. Okay, so this is going to give us all the colors that are left. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the colors and just merge everything and also despeckle things if we need to. And we're going to start with the blue because we know there's only one color blue. So there's all these blues everywhere. We need them all to match with the original big blue. Okay, so the way to do that is to click Merge on all of the blues. And it's going to make a party where they are all together. Little buddies. Okay. Some of them are hard to tell if they're blue or not, so I'm going to choose that. Okay, so I think I got all my blues. It looks really nice, looks dark and thick. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my yellows. I should only have two yellows, this guy and this guy. This guy needs to be despeckled, so let's choose despeckle. This, let's merge that. Or should we despeckle it? Let's undo that. Yeah, because look how messy that's getting up there. We don't want that. Oops. Got a little ahead of myself. Okay, so the blues should all be that guy. Okay, so let's go with our yellow here. We need to despeckle the yellow. We got that guy and that guy. So then all of this yellow should be merged. Let's merge that. Merge that. Merge that. Merge that. It made it really choppy there, but we will probably be able to fix that really easily. Okay, so we have two yellows. Oh, okay, so let's go back in here. It looks like it needs to be despeckled again. All right. So grab that purple and despeckle it. I'm trying to get, I want to get back to the image. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I know how to teach this program. Okay, so let's go back to our purples. Okay, so that looks like a gray that just needs to be despeckled. Okay, this purple, and this purple need to be together. So let's merge. That needs to be despeckled. This purple needs to be despeckled. So we should only have two purples. Despeckle. All right. So then we just are going to go ahead and merge all the rest with what's left to create that dark outline around the edges and the eyebrows. Okay, so right here we should have our 7 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go through them again and make sure if anything needs to be despeckled. Okay. And I'm glad we looked because look at all that. Okay. I don't know why my voice just sounded like olive oil. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we're going to choose OK. And then we're going to go in here to our fill region. We're going to grab red. And we're going to get the whole backside. Okay. All right. And so from here, we're good to go. We should have 8 colors. We should have the red, the 2 purples, the 2 yellows, the blue, the black, and the white. Okay, that should be 8 colors. Let's see. 8 colors. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go over here to our stitch image. Actually, I want to go ahead and do a double check of all of these lines. Make sure that they're all connected because that is going to make a difference. And if you want to kind of, you know, thicken up the lines, go ahead and grab the pencil tool. Make sure you're in freehand. Grab the water dropper. Pick the same black. And then I like this size for this part. I just go here and just drag it down and across. And if you're going to do any kind of satin stitching, this is also very helpful too. Okay, and you can fix your eyebrows. You can do different things, make your eyebrows better, but I'm going to go ahead and thicken this up too. The thicker the lines are, well, the more even the lines are, the easier it is for the program to follow it. Sometimes it just ends up looking terrible like this one, but If you spend a lot of time on it and thicken up the lines and stuff like that, it'll come out really beautiful. Okay, you can even make his little belly button bigger. All right, so let's get out of there. Okay, so we'll go into our stitch image button. And in the stitch image button, we have the option to do everything manually. We have the option to choose all kinds of different ways of doing it. But we're going to go ahead and stick with the auto theme, and we're going to use auto sew image. And the reason that we made the background red was so that we would be able to stitch out the white for the eyes and for the tummy without it's trying to stitch out the back. Because if we chose sew all colors, it would also have stitched out. If I chose sew all colors now, it'll stitch out the red. And what we want to be able to do is choose set transparent color. And if the background was white, it wouldn't stitch this white. So we're going to we made it red, and then we're going to set that transparent color so that it stitches everything. Okay, so it says auto sew is finished. You may now save the stitches to an embroidery file by clicking save or save as. All right, so over here it shows all the different steps that the program has. All right, so let's go to file, save as. The first thing that's going to come up is save image file. I'm going to choose cancel because I don't need to. And I'm going to save this on my desktop as penguins 3030 or just penguin. Just one penguin, not penguins. Okay, and you can also resize it here if you want. I'm going to resize it in SewWhatPro. So I'm just going to choose save. It gives us a little stitch out up here. And it shows you kind of what order everything's going in. And the reason why I don't generally use auto sew is because it picks the order for you. And I like to be a little bit more in control than that. And I'll show you why, okay? So we'll choose okay. So that's all done. He's so cute, he's finished. But when we open it in SewWhatPro, you're going to see why I wouldn't be happy with this the way this is. Okay. And if you play Skyrim, you'll know that that's a Khajiit. I've played Skyrim a couple times with my son, but this is my son's old computer, and I don't know. I know I could change it, but I think it's kind of cute. So, okay, we're gonna, now we have SewWhatPro open. We're going to find our penguin on our desktop. There it is. Click open. Okay, so now you'll see why I like to be in control. But it's not unfixable, and that's the best part of it all. Okay, so for some reason they mix the colors together, so you're gonna have to go in here and change your colors too. But it's taking it a minute. Okay, the part that I don't like the most is the black is on the bottom. So it gets covered by everything. The eyes are gone, the eyebrows are gone, everything is just under. So whenever this happens to you, see how the whole outline is there, everything looks good. Let's go up here to edit and order threads. And what we're going to do is we're going to go here to 1, and we're going to make number 1 number 7. And then we're going to change everything else down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click OK. And that's going to bring that outline to the top. So that's why I said it's not the end of the world. If you do it like that and that happens, just bring your outline to the top. It's no biggie. Okay, so let's go ahead and change our purples too. If you don't know how to do this yet in SewWhatPro, you just click on the color that you want, and this little thing should come up down there. So that one can stay the same, but let's change this one to a different purple, to the royal purple. Pretty. Okay, and now we need to change his little mouth thingy. We need to change that. Oh no, let's change the other one to a darker yellow. Okay, so it's not all the perfect colors and you can still edit it, you know, change the pull compensation and everything, but I think he turned out absolutely adorable. So those are the auto features in SewArt, and this is how you can view and edit those auto sewn designs in SewWhatPro. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.